Well, hello there, folks. We have a very busy day in the I was in the pub or in the van today, and we have Mr. Hunt is with us as well. But we're going to be chatting in a few minutes. Tom Hunt, exactly. But what we're going to be chatting about is the great Jim Moore, and the event is on the 3rd of August. It's going to be in Clark's Bar. It's going to be an absolute super day and night. It's going to be barbecue as well, and probably a couple of minerals thrown in. But it's on the 3rd, and if you want to get involved and buy a ticket, because we're helping to support Brain Tumour Ireland as well. And we're going to be chatting about the great Jim, as he passed away earlier on this year, and a huge loss to the town. And if you want to get involved, contact Carol. She has an email. We'll leave the information up here, and a phone number as well if you want to support the cause as well and turn up on the night. So, Tom Hunt, how's it going?
Great. Finally made it, Ray.
He has made it. Tom Hunt has made it to the bus, and we have a lot in common, because Tom has been walking since we started doing the bus sessions. Now we're doing the bus sessions 1,561 days.
That's it.
You've completed.
I missed a day, yeah.
How long is your walk?
About an hour, we say, about half an hour.
Half an hour. You could cover about 10k.
Yeah. I doubt it. Well, I don't.
So do you walk fast at the start or slow at the start?
Normal enough walk. Nothing.
So you don't get into a canter. You don't say I'm going to
no.
really push it out now and then pull back a bit like
way
you did training.
Way too old for that crack.
All right.
No, and the funny, it's not funny. I wasn't a walker at all. Like when I was teaching at the community college,
yeah,
I used to take the car to the Buckley's car park at lunchtime. But just got into the habit of walking and stopped going to the gym. I was going to the gym before the lockdown, but haven't gone back.
Excellent.
Yeah.
You're keeping busy as well, because you've a lot going on in your life with different things, and writing books, and
well, a few here and there. Yeah.
Very much involved in Shamrock's GAA as well. And but what we want to talk about is the football, the soccer that you played with Jim. When did you meet Jim, for starters?
Yeah, well, I suppose I'd be very strongly associated with GAA, but here I am talking about soccer, and yeah. Listen, I had great times playing with Mullingar Town soccer. I presume I met Jim when I came to Mullingar in '75, because I began playing soccer with Mullingar Town around that time, shortly after coming to Mullingar.
And did you play soccer in Dungarvan then as well?
No, a little bit.
Right.
I started playing soccer during the band times. And,
during the what?
The band, when you weren't allowed to play soccer, but if you were involved in GAA.
Oh, that's right. I heard a lot about that when I was in school as well. Yes.
Yeah, lads,
it was frowned upon.
Lads tell me you'd be hiding under the bushes in Portlaw or Carrick-on-Suir or whatever, but yeah, I played a bit then, and then I played a small bit in UCD, I suppose, as well.
Right.
But, nothing too serious. But the ban went in '71. After that, it was free.
Right.
You were a free agent.
Right.
You didn't have to play soccer without having to worry about it.
The ban. It's hard to believe we're talking about that.
How do you explain to anybody who was under maybe 40 that the GAA had a rule at the time that said you couldn't play soccer, rugby, hockey, or cricket? Like it's just daft. Yeah.
Amazing. But right then, so Jim was playing Gaelic football, and then I believe was in the winter then you'd play soccer. Is that the way it was?
It was very much a winter sport then. Yeah. You played. Season probably began around September.
And what was Jim's position now? We were talking about Gaelic football, that he was sort of a striker in the back, actually, Aidan was saying. But what position did he play in the famous soccer game?
Oh, he was, again,
goalie.
We'd say, no, I was goalie.
Oh, you were goalie?
I was goalkeeper, yeah. He was, what we'd say then it was centre half. But I suppose now it's in the middle of the back four.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Jim was strong, tough, hard, and himself and a guy called Tony Brady were generally the back.
What exactly would they do now? They would be sending the ball into the main man or the lads on the front.
They would be. I suppose their primary duty was to break up attacks.
Break up attacks.
Yeah,
okay.
and manage the ball in the best way possible into the forwards.
Right.
Or midfield. We had a few of the cultured boys midfield. Christy Sheridan and Bob Riley and Don and Lee. Like they were great. They were great footballers.
Right.
Yeah.
Ollie Hegarty was in there as well.
The great Ollie.
Really?
Yeah. Ollie was a fantastic player.
And
absolutely.
And what position did Ollie play?
Mostly centre forward.
Wow.
Yeah, and incredible spring, absolutely incredible spring. Oh, I love Ollie. Yeah, and like he's an amazing man. He's still going strong.
He's still going strong, is right. And there's a picture of him actually with my mother. Maybe at one of them soccer. I must try and dig that out or find it somewhere. We've a lot of people checking us out here, looking in as well, because we're in our broadcasting unit outside the Greville Arms. If you see the blue transit, give us a beep if you're passing by, or if you just want to come into town and look at us, you're very welcome. We're moving on.
Yes, we're moving on. Yes, moving on quickly. What were we saying?
We were talking about Jim and your. Sorry, we'll come back to Jim again. And Jim was saying that you met Jim in Mullingar when you came to Mullingar.
Yeah, I imagine that when I began playing soccer with Mullingar Town.
Right,
Yeah.
and was he good? As I said, he was a good player. But how many years would you have played together then?
I'd say we probably played 5 or 6 maybe years together. Yeah, we had. Yeah.
And did you have success with Mullingar team?
Well, we did, and we did it absolutely. In 1978, we won the Counties Cup, which was it's a big competition in the Midlands, and Mullingar wouldn't have won it. It was the first time they won it actually, and before that, a few years before that, they had won the Glen Abbey Cup, which is really big, the big one. I'm sure Martin.
That's
We'll
right.
talk about that.
Well, we've seen some pictures
yeah.
of the Glen
Yeah.
Abbey Cup as well, because they brought it into Jim when he was in hospital here in Mullingar.
True, yeah.
And I believe that a load of lads sang his favourite song,
Yeah,
which was Bye Bye American Pie.
Bye Bye American. Was that it? Yeah.
Yeah, now, I believe there's a really good selection of very good singers on that team as well. They sang it, according to Martin, in 5 different keys.
Did they?
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah.
So tell us.
I wouldn't be one of the singers now, so
So the team done very well, but where did Mullingar Soccer play at that time?
we
Where was
played down in Dalton Park.
Okay,
yeah.
which is still there.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it wasn't the nice manicured lawn that Martin has manufactured over the years. Like it was basically a very hilly pitch.
Right.
Yeah, and bit sideways, a bit of a hill. Fall down towards the Brosna there as well.
So you heard of playing downwind. This was uphill.
Oh yeah, you played uphill and down. Yeah, but it was good for the time, I suppose.
And Martin Moore is very much involved in Mullingar football as well, still.
Oh, still very much involved, yeah. Actually, I don't know where he must be in some bunker out there. So I've been trying to ring him yesterday and today, and I can't get him.
Well,
but,
Ed Maguire met him this morning. So
he's around the place.
He doesn't answer the phone,
Maybe
does
the phone he? Well, I think the network is not great out there in Judenham.
Ah, right. So how would you pigeon maybe the best way to send him a message?
It's go back to the early tune days maybe.
I call it Moortown because all the Moors live out there.
You know, there's a signpost out there going down Moortown. There actually is. I was wandering around looking for something out there one evening, and you just go past it. There is actually a signpost for Moortown, but it's pointing away from.
Oh, did the boys put that up?
No, it's County Council sign. I must actually go out and.
Just would have to take a picture.
Yeah, it's you go out there and instead of heading down to the lake, you go swing left a bit, and there is I never saw. I wouldn't be familiar with that place, but it's Moortown is there, County Council signpost.
Now tell us, do you have a good story about Jim that you'd be able to just share with us on our social media
Well, I
platform
say
today?
Patsy's taking us on the moment with all the good stories. No, I remember one night we went down to, I presume Jim was in it, but we went down to Westport, I think, to play around Christmas time, play an FAI Junior Cup match. It was at a fairly advanced stage. I think we might have reached the last 32 or so, which was important and good for the time. And we on the way back we stopped at Roscommon in some ale house, and as you do, and we were there, and the banter was going. Next thing work came in, bus driver said, I'm leaving, lads. I'm sure no man took any heed of him. When we went out, the bus was gone. That's one of the but no, I'm sure Jim was one of the ones left behind.
Now at that time as well, you were able to have a drink before the match and after the match.
Well, let's say
it was nearly encouraged.
Wasn't the most organised. It wasn't the most in the sense it wasn't the most organised team in the world. So there was times, I suppose, when we'd be searching for lads around a bit.
And tell us, what about rehearsing and that, or getting ready for the game and that? Where would you spend much time at it?
Yeah, that's the amazing thing. At Jim's funeral, I think it was Tony Brady and myself were talking that we never trained. No, we didn't. We basically, good footballers, and they were good footballers.
Yeah.
Came together on the morning of the match or on the day, and we didn't train. And we were just saying, if we had trained, maybe it would have been a lot better. I'm sure it would. But
Now,
it's hard enough. No, it wasn't hard to get lads on Sunday. No.
Yeah.
We had the core.
But in Mullingar as well, there was loads of different groups of different people. So I mean, the soccer was quite popular when you came to town at that time, and there was a lot of local games being played everywhere, wasn't there?
Town league and so on.
Yeah.
Summer, I missed a lot of town league stuff because of obviously I was down in Waterford for the summer, and but there was town leagues as well, and Steak Festival. I remember staying back one year, maybe 2 years, to play the Steak Festival, and I know Ollie was on the team, Ollie Hegarty.
That's where the picture was taken by my mother.
Oh, it is in the
Steak Festival, yeah.
in the town hall.
Yeah.
Indoor football.
That was it, yeah.
Oh yeah, kick off at midnight. Imagine what that was like. But yeah.
And so that was, how many games played in that then, would you remember?
Oh jeez, I don't know. But I know, yeah. We actually played for, I think I played for Cullen's team.
Right.
You know where Cullen's...
So all the bars had teams?
Oh yeah, it was basically mostly bars for the team, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now tell us a little bit, do you remember when Jim brought this team from England to Ireland?
Yeah, I thought he was mad. If you look
Absolutely lunatic, I thought it was.
Yeah, but Jim was a man of vision. Absolutely. Like, he's a big thinker.
Yeah.
It's obvious. Like, he thought big and successful in business and like ambitious. Like the Moore family is an incredible family for their drive and ambition and the pride in their achievements.
Yeah.
And in a very good way.
Yeah.
Highly driven. And like Jim's ambition was to bring League of Ireland football to Mullingar, and he essentially imported a squad of players from, I think it was 2001.
Yeah,
from
I think that's
London
right,
Football Academy, I think they came from.
All right.
And they played, I think, under 23 league.
Right.
And did well.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Kildare Town got the nod when it came to promoting a team to the League of Ireland. At the end of the...
Right, so the plan was...
End of the first year, I think. The plan was, yeah...
To bring the team over and then fit them in, that it become an internal part of Irish
soccer, yeah.
And they just missed it by a little sort of a...
Oh yeah, missed it by, yeah. Kildare Town obviously had the influence that Mullingar Town didn't have.
Right.
Things would have been very different, maybe sports-wise, if they had got that.
Because he had a guy called Leroy who came home. He was...
Leroy Rose. Leroy still lives in Mullingar.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm sure
well, hopefully we'll get to him. I believe he might be out of the country at the moment. We sent him a message.
I haven't seen him around in a while, actually, but yeah.
I sent him a message there, so hopefully he'll come back to me. And the way technology is now, he could actually probably make a video for me and send it,
yeah.
As a sort of a, just that we'd share it on this platform. And what we're doing
this is going to be a great souvenir of Jim's life and times.
Well, I hope so, because the reaction from everyone is so positive.
Yeah.
And so, well, I mean, the stories are really, really fantastic, and well, I would have known Jim myself, and definitely he was a very charismatic sort of character,
yeah.
And he had this energy around him, and it was like a whirlwind.
Networker supreme.
What? Networkers.
Brilliant networker, yes.
Absolute amazing. From some of the stories we've heard, like from Patsy there the other day, telling us about just walking into a room and figuring out who exactly, who was he going to contact. Literally go over, make contact with him. They connect with him straight away,
yeah.
And off he goes. And I think he done that very much in London as well, with all the people. And as well as that, he done a lot of charity work in London, helping out different associations. Along with Carl and all his sons. Now, I haven't met the sons yet. He's about 4 sons, I think.
Yeah.
So hopefully we're going to have a chat with them maybe in the next week or two.
Like one of the words that was used around the time of Jim's funeral was his generosity, his supreme generosity to people, and as a benefactor or as a sponsor for various.
But even of, I'd say of his character.
Yes.
To he was so given of his character.
Yeah.
He was always upbeat, and even I believe as he came into his illness, he was, we're going to beat this. There was no negativeness to it at all. He was positive the whole way. But look, thanks a million, Tom, for coming in and saying hello to us on board the bus. If you want to tell us a story, folks, and tell us a little bit about the great Jim, feel free to do so and just contact us. We have Paddy Colgan on. Big God, he's here with us.
Is he there?
Cuz is here. Ray, George is there.
I think he might be a former student of mine.
George was one of the players on Jim's team and is now the new owner of
Oh yes,
Kettering
Kettering Town. Yes, 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 yes. And George has a strong Mullingar connection apart from because he met his wife here.
Correct.
I'm open to correction here now, but you know Richie Daly that's involved.
Richie Daly's daughter.
Richie Daly that's involved in Mullingar Shamrocks.
I think
Richie Daly's son. His daughter is married to George.
That's right.
Who owns Kettering Town.
That's right. What's their names? I think it's Mary. No, it's Anne Daly. And there you are.
That's it.
Well, look, folks, it's unreal that
where love stories began.
in Mullingar, it's like Cuz coming in there. We're really looking forward to Cuz because he's coming home in a week or two.
And he was a very close friend of yours.
Exactly, and they hung out in England together. And Cuz is a real, absolute Mullingar man to the bone. He knows everyone in the town. We met there not too long ago at a funeral, and Jenny, God, the amount of people that he still knows literally really, really well. And he must be in England 20, 30 years now.
He is, yeah.
But
so just before we go, we were talking about Mullingar Town, of course. Cuddy's father was just the life and soul of one of the lives and souls of Mullingar Town Football Club, Paddy Colgan and Johnny Gallagher, and now since that time Martin, of course.
Martin. Right, guys, as I said, if you have some stories for us to share with us, feel free to do so, and feel free to share this post to anyone that you know from Mullingar, probably out in our diaspora, that would be interested and that would know a lot of the people that we spoke about today. So for myself and Tom Hunt, thanks for looking in, and we look forward to seeing you on the 3rd of August. Bye for now.